Hello everyone, this is Santesh Kallada from Kallada Academy, and today we have with us Meenang. Meenang is an expert SaaS marketer. He was the head of marketing at PitchGround, a company that helps SaaS startups raise funds through crowdfunding. And to be frank, if you want to learn SaaS marketing, I would say Meenang is the guy. And now I would invite Meenang to take over this.
Awesome, awesome. I want to see people out here. How many people have joined? I can see Mazhar Syed say hi. So, hi, Mazhar. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the welcome, Santej. Really happy to be here, part of this. Your students, helping your students teach them about SaaS marketing. I can see many people that are joining in. This is the excitement I want, guys. Like how Mazhar revealed it. Yes, everyone is like, hi. I can see names. Sachin, Shehzad, Nikhil, Rajlakshmi, Praveen, Anindra, Sushanta, Arun, Apurva, Manoj, Imran. Manoj is 2 times high. Sakshi. Everyone else is here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm super, super excited to have you guys over here. Yes, more than Santej, I think I'm excited because this is actually I think my 250th, not 250th. I think more than I think it's my somewhere in between 300 and 400 sessions that I've given across. Yeah, it's crazy. 300 and 400 plus sessions. This session was also given on physically. I was invited to an event and I was given a task to talk about SaaS marketing, and still people message to this day. I get messages saying that, hey, your session was really, really good. And Santej just invited me. I modified the session specifically since a lot of things have come in. And in this session, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to I've prepared a deck. I'm not going to make it boring at all. It's going to be really interesting, really fun session. Yes, where you will learn about SaaS marketing and how you can get into SaaS marketing and how exactly what is there in it for you if you want to become a SaaS marketer. Exactly. So, how many people over here know what is SaaS? SaaS, matlab not SaaS Bahu, but SaaS, that software as a service. Many people I see software as exactly. Sudhir knows it. Nikhil Jain, I think we are connected, right, via Facebook. Please confirm if you're the same Nikhil Jain that I'm connected with. And the foreign admits. Oh, nice, nice. Good to see you, Nikhil, here as well. Awesome. Venkatesh Naidu says, I don't know. It's fine if you do not know, guys. It's all right. We're starting from the complete basics. And I'm going to show you exactly what SaaS is. This platform right now, let me share my screen and I'm going to show you. 1 second. Just let me know when you can see my screen. All right. I hope you can see my screen now. Say yes if you can see my screen. I just need 1 or 2 confirmations so that we can proceed. Oh yes, people are saying yes. So let's do this. Santesh, you can you can come in between if I'm going too fast, or if there's an audio video issue, you can definitely come in between and let me know. I'll be happy to repeat certain things if people miss it due to internet issues.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So anyway, I want you to imagine this first. Imagine that you have $1 million. Isn't that a nice thing to imagine? $1 million. How many stacks of cash lying around? You might have seen them in music videos. You might have seen them in movies. People bringing, mafia is bringing millions of dollars in cash in suitcases and etc. Yeah. So, but what happens is we don't have $1 million, right? We don't have $1 million. But SaaS is one of the ways that a business can grow to $1 million. I'm not just saying SaaS is the only way. There are gazillion other businesses that can make $1 million. And this is not the mindset you should need to go with. That yes, I'm making a SaaS to get $1 million. Yeah. That's just one of the reasons. That should be one of the reasons to to make a SaaS. But yeah, imagine you have $1 million. So how will you exactly earn $1 million? In SaaS, it's easy to break it down. I broke it down to like 2,000 customers at $49 per month. If they're paying you $49 per month, you can get 1 million. So that becomes like a $1 million making business. Simple. Just 2,000 customers who are paying you $49 a month. Then, if you don't want 2,000 customers, if your product is really good, then you can charge more. 1,000 customers at $99 a month. There are SaaS products that charge $2,000 a month. Yes, there are SaaS products that charge $2,000 a month. I've spoken to them last month and it's crazy. Imagine the person paying $2,000 every single month. Imagine how much value he's getting out of that SaaS software. So I'm going to talk about what SaaS as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to just go off talk on the top. If you have doubts, also I'm here to answer all of them. But yeah, that's how you make one. That's how your SaaS will make $1 million every year. It's called ARR, or annual recurring revenue. $1 million. But yeah, many SaaS companies make more than $1 million. Like tools, like you might have heard of tools like Ahrefs. If you have heard of Ahrefs, of course, if you're into digital marketing, etc., Ahrefs is one of the tools you need to hear about. They have an offering of $99 starting at, and they also have an enterprise offering of $1,000 a month. Yes, these are monthly pricings. Then they make multi-million dollars every single year. That's what it is. Ahrefs is one example. Many businesses like MailChimp, ConvertKit, etc. They boast of millions of dollars. So, SaaS marketing. Let's make it really simple for you. It's not complicated. It's very, very simple. People out there make it complicated, make it some sort of a secret kind of marketing that only people like me know. Nothing like that. SaaS marketing is super, super simple. So this is what we're going to learn about today. SaaS business model. What does SaaS marketing really involve? The newest growth hacks in SaaS that very few SaaS are doing it. It's the newest. In fact, I don't recall any SaaS doing this. Newest growth hacks, newest in the market. Students of Kallada Academy are going to get it. If you try to implement it, you will succeed. Yeah. And then how you can grow. Since you're the students, you're doing this course in Kallada, you want to get opportunities. You want to maybe start your career or grow as a SaaS marketer, etc. Right? Let me see some comments out there. Canva, yes. 500 SEO, yeah. I'm glad. So we're going to talk about how you can grow as well. How you can grow part is really exciting because the market is too good right now for employing different SaaS marketers. Market is too good. So, brief introduction about me before we go ahead. PitchGround was, as Santej introduced, it's a SaaS marketplace where buying and selling different SaaS founders come in. We help them to raise funds, etc. Now I work for a SaaS called as Vetrina Live. It is like an online e-commerce store builder, especially made for small businesses. So if you want to sell a physical product, digital product, etc., Vetrina Live is your solution. Get started free, up to 10 products. Then otherwise on the side, I do consulting for SaaS businesses. SaaS founders come to me, they come to me with their problems, with their issues and etc. in marketing. And I help them in marketing their product. As simple as that. Because SaaS founders are technically tech people who are coders. They don't have marketing knowledge. That's what it is. So as a marketing head before for PitchGround, I gained somewhat experience. Marketing, almost 200, 300 plus SaaS products. Yes, I've worked closely with the founders of all these SaaS products. And I can tell you a thing or two about SaaS marketing for sure. And yeah, when it comes to making $1 million, who's this guy teaching about making $1 million, right? I mean, I believe that you need to get knowledge from someone who has already done it before. And I'm happy to share that with PitchGround and etc., we've made multiple millions of dollars across the 3-year tenure that I was with PitchGround. Yes, multiple millions of dollars. So, software as a service. That's why I believe I can share a thing or two about making $1 million. Okay. Don't want to just tell you numbers in air, hoping that, okay, you can become a millionaire. No, we've already done it. No, most of the things go for operations, paying salaries, and etc. All those things happen. Yeah, server costs and all that. So, what is software? What is SaaS? Software as a service, and most people don't know what is SaaS. Some people who are watching this know it. Some people don't know. It's fine. So, previously, 2003, 2004, etc. During that time, if you was born, you know, we used to get software CDs. CD used to come, we used to install it in our computer. The software used to install. It used to take around 30 minutes to install a software. And then you can use the software in your computer. Yes, CDs used to come for everything. Windows XP CD, Microsoft Office CD, everything is on CDs. Even before that, which when I was not born, it was on floppy disk, but I don't know about that era. So forget about it. But you need to get, you used to get CDs. Right now, it's not CDs anymore. Right now, every single thing is on servers, is on the cloud, you can call it. Cloud is basically a server. The current software that we are using, where I'm interacting with you, you're somewhere, I'm somewhere, we are still able to talk, you're able to hear me clearly, you're able to learn stuff, is via software. It's via SaaS. So that makes Demio a SaaS, right? It's a software, it's hosted on the cloud, and we are using it as a service to connect people. So, other example, I'm going to give you more examples of SaaS to help you understand and tell you that you're using SaaS every single day, even right this minute. I'm doing this presentation. I've designed this presentation on Canva. Canva is a SaaS, as Nikhil Jain pointed out in the comments. Gmail is a SaaS, Zoom is a SaaS, MailChimp is a SaaS, HubSpot is a SaaS. Canva I've already. This then ClickFunnels, you see their ads is also a SaaS. Yeah. I've used all these tools. I'm sure you might have used at least one tool among all these tools present here, right? Adobe is also coming up as a SaaS. Yes, Nikhil, Adobe is also coming up as a SaaS. That's right. I want to see some comments, guys. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it this thing. Have you guys used the SaaS and now you know what is the SaaS? Tell me in the comments. Yes, Shazad, Sneha, Subrata. Zoho is the perfect example, Subrata. That's the Indian version of SaaS. Love Zoho products. I use Zoho products on a daily basis. Clear on what is a SaaS, right? Simple. That's what SaaS is. That nothing complicated, nothing easy, nothing complicated. It's easy. What is a SaaS? Perfect. Now, if everyone understands what's a SaaS, if you Google stuff, they're going to tell you, confuse you with terms like different types of SaaS. They're going to confuse you with terms like vertical SaaS and horizontal SaaS. And I'm like, guys, what are you guys even talking about? It's really simple. Vertical SaaS and horizontal SaaS is basically like vertical SaaS meaning I make software or my only target audience is insurance providers. Nobody else. Nobody else. It's just insurance guys. I only make software for insurance companies. Nothing else. That's vertical SaaS. Horizontal SaaS, on the other hand, are MailChimp, HubSpot, etc. Slack. Companies used to kind of these are Slack is the perfect example of horizontal SaaS. Basically, anyone can use it. Some people can use it as a community. Some people can use it as a communication channel. Some people use it as for collaboration. I don't know. They can use it as different things. So examples of horizontal and vertical SaaS, don't go deep into that. Simple. Then there is B2B and B2C SaaS. B2B SaaS is basically business to business, the SaaS you sell for Businesses, HubSpot is a B2B SaaS, MailChimp is a B2B SaaS. Canva used to be a B2B SaaS, but nowadays everyone is using it. Everyone using it. Everyone wants to design a banner. Students, they're not businesses, right? College students, school students who are designing banners for their college fests and etc. are using Canva nowadays. Certificates are used by teachers. So it's no longer a B2B SaaS product, right? So B2B, B2C, again, they keep on coming. I'll tell you the perfect, ultimately, it's the human that's behind who's going to buy it. We're going to come to that later. Mama Earth is not a SaaS. Let me look at it. Mama Earth is definitely not a SaaS. Mama Earth is a product D2C brand, direct to consumer brand. It's not a SaaS. It's not a software. SaaS is basically a fancy term for software, nothing else. Mama Earth is not a software, right? Mama Earth doesn't sell subscriptions. Mama Earth is a website that sells physical products like face washes and etc. So it's a direct to consumer e-commerce brand. It's not a SaaS. Salesforce is a SaaS. Shopify is a SaaS. Agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes. You guys are getting it now. I'm happy that you guys are getting it. So let's look at some alien terms. Yep. Let's look at some alien terms people in SaaS commonly throw it around when they discuss. They say terms like ARPU. What is ARPU? What is ARPU? Okay. ARPU is annual revenue per user. How much revenue you're generating for each active customer? Annual. Simple term. Nothing complicated, nothing fancy. They just make it ARPU. They make acronyms out of things nowadays. But yeah, MRR, monthly recurring revenue. If a customer is paying you $49, if you have one customer that's paying you $49 every single month, that's monthly recurring revenue. Monthly recurring revenue is $49. Simple. If you have two customers that are paying $49 every single month, then your monthly recurring revenue is $100, right? How much your business revenue your business is generating month to month? That is your MRR. Churn. This is a very scary word to tell to a SaaS founder or anyone, because churn is where people just goes off from to your product to a different product. They just churned out, they say. For example, if I'm not using PowerPoint, I'm using Canva for presentations. Then I've churned out from PowerPoint and I got to Canva. As simple as that. So understand ARPU, MRR, churn. Churn is the most important part. Conversion rate, how many people have converted from trials or something. Then other alien terms are GTM, not Google Tag Manager. In SaaS marketing terms, we call it go-to market. Yep. Then ICP, ideal customer profile. So if you're selling a SaaS, you need to know what's an ICP. PH, they keep throwing out terms, PH and all that, product hunt. A place where SaaS founders can launch their products to get, to get exposure. Then indie hacker. Indie is nothing but independent. You see indie music, independent music artists. Indie hacker is not a fancy hacker who's hacking your computer or something. They are basically, indie hacker is basically your regular SaaS founder, independent SaaS founder who learned coding, who knows how to code stuff. He's just started out with no funds and etc. That's what it is. Indie hackers are basically a forum where you'll find all these SaaS founders at one place discussing, building products, growing them, etc. So SaaS is basically subscription based. You have your software hosted on a cloud server and you're renting your software out to businesses. If it's B2B customers, if it's B2C consumers, then they are paying $49, $29, $100 every single month, subscription based. They run everywhere. I can have a Linux system. I'm on a Mac. I can have Windows as well. All I need is to just run it from browser, right? You could be Demio even works on mobile, I think. So yeah, they actually run everywhere. Canva is also available on mobile, etc. The other thing people think about SaaS marketing, I see a lot of big business owners. They think SaaS marketing as passive income. Nope. SaaS marketing is not passive income. Anyone who says SaaS marketing is passive income, just run away, okay? Don't even go near them. Why? Because it's ultimately the end part, software as a service. You need to provide that service as well. like maintaining of the software, like providing customer support, like listening to user feedback, like delivering on the user feedback, and all sorts of things, updating your design, UI, UX, etc. It's just not passive income. Anyone who says passive income is just mad. Don't even go for it. No office required. Absolutely. With PitchGround, it was remote. We built and launched successfully many different SaaS products. We didn't have an office per se. I was working somewhere. Another guy was working from the US. Another person was working from the Europe. Another person was working somewhere else. I was traveling across India and the world. Working. We were just working, working, working. No office required. All we need is to get the work done. That's how it is. So when it comes to SaaS, basically, customer retention is the core part of SaaS. As a marketer, you need to understand this, because if you don't use buffer, if buffer is not focusing on customer retention, the guy who's using buffer, who's paying $10 to $20 a month for buffer, he'll switch to Hootsuite. If Hootsuite is not doing this thing, customer retention, not focusing on customer retention, they'll switch to some other tool like Sprout Social, or Zoho even has a social media tool. If MailChimp provides bad service, people will switch to ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit, right? If not this, then that. That's why customer retention is important. And getting a customer is a good part in SaaS. It's an achievement to get someone paying recurring every month for you. But equally, retaining him is important, is another big challenge. So the disadvantages of the SaaS business model. I was saying all $1 million people working from a beach and etc. Right? But there must be some disadvantages too to this business. It's of course roughly growing to, I would say, $300 billion market with a B in 2020. Till it's supposed to grow to $300 billion, predicted to grow is the right word, till 2026. But there are disadvantages also. Getting the first customer. For example, I make a tool like Buffer. It can be a little bit better than Buffer, maybe. Now this guy is using Buffer. He'll be like, I'm using Buffer. Why should I even care about your tool? So getting that paying customer is hard. And it's crowded also. Once you get into this, you'll notice that Buffer is having 100 different competitors. There's something called Hopper. There's something called Zoho Social. There's something called Pablo. There's something called Sprout Social. There's something called Posto Plan. There's something called Content Studio. There's something called Promo Republic. I only know 10 names like that. And there are 100 different names like that. I can guarantee you that. 100 different social media tools, Social Champ, etc. They keep on coming, keep on going. So it's very crowded. Everyone's getting that, trying to get that customer. And it's a long-term commitment. So basically, you got to upsell them. So basically, if this customer is paying $49, you can upsell them to $99 plan. That's how SaaS pricing tires, as we saw with Ahrefs. If you see ahrefs.com/pricing, you see that if you're happy with this, you'll definitely, Ahrefs team will persuade you to pay for $199, etc. That's how a good retention strategy works. And the way retention works is like upselling an existing customer is much more easier than grabbing a new customer from the market. That's what true is in SaaS. And you're always on the hunt for customers. You just get 50 customers, you're happy? No. 50 customers, 5 may churn for some random reason. Maybe recession is there. Maybe something else happened. I don't know. They may churn. So you need to keep on hunting, always hunting for new customers. That's how it is. Are you with me till here? I want to see comments. Team Forest, Amazon is also D2C, absolutely, yeah. AWS questionable, not a SaaS. It can be platform as a service. Yes, there's something called PaaS as well. It's called platform as a service. Yes. Netflix is a great example for a B2C SaaS. Netflix is a great example. It comes under B2C. Yep. Wix is a SaaS, absolutely. Yeah. Dropbox is the best example. Dropbox is the best example. Absolutely. You guys are getting it. Uber suggests is a SaaS. Yes. I'm not sure what is SharePoint. I've never heard of it. So sorry. Never heard of Gmail either. So are you guys here with me till here? Say yes or no. Yes. Apurva says yes. Hemendra says yes. Great, great, great. Now let's look at, let's conclude with the stages of SaaS, because we are half an hour done, and we'll go for more focus on SaaS marketing, because you guys are all marketers looking to get more customers, right? So yeah, let me share my screen once again. Let me, yeah, you can see my screen. Great. So these are the stages of SaaS: pre-startup, startup, growth, and maturity. Pre-startup is when you're just on the idea, you're trying to validate if you can make this or not. I'm telling you in terms of a SaaS founder perspective, because what happens is, if you don't understand this kind of perspective, you cannot become a good marketer. A good marketer always understands the perspective of the business, the founder, the customer, and every single thing. A good marketer, and then that's how that good marketer writes copy, tries to get into their brain and all that stuff, right? So pre-startup stage is when founders are actually looking out if there's a market for this. They might create what's something called as MVP, minimum viable product, like a basic skeleton version of a product. Instead of investing more and more funds, they might look out for initial customers. And in the pre-startup stage, what a SaaS does is they tries to get some sort of beta users. Beta users are basically who are trying out the SaaS for the very first time, and they give feedback. So pre-startup stage is all about getting feedback to the founder, trying to validate their startup idea, etc., and all that. Startup stage is when you actually have things running. You have some sort of idea that it works. You got some initial feedback, good feedback. People want it. Great. Startup stage. Startup stage, you have 1 or 2 customers coming in, maybe more than 10 customers. It's just growing. And that's when you go to the growth stage. Things slow down here very much. As a marketer, you won't be hired at a pre-startup stage unless the founder has funds. You'll be hired at a low salary in a startup stage. They'll start considering hiring interns because they want to keep their budgets to the minimum. They'll start considering hiring a basic marketing manager who will handle the entire marketing. That is when the startup stage. Growth stage is when layers get formed. There's a marketing manager and there are people who are doing activities. Growth. Maturity is again, your SaaS is mature. You can do whatever things you want, like Ahrefs, like SEMrush, like ConvertKit, MailChimp. Highly mature SaaS. Hundreds of paying customers. They're good. And now, once a SaaS reaches maturity, you get $1 million, right? Easy. Multiple $1 million. But what's the end game? I'm always on the hunt for new customers. I'm always trying new strategies, retention strategies, new acquisition strategies. What's next? Is the exit strategy. So exit strategy for a SaaS is basically launching an IPO. Salesforce, etc. They launched an IPO. Yep. Keep it running as it is, like ConvertKit and etc. Ahrefs and etc. They keep it running as it is. Or they get acquired. You'll see Salesforce acquiring multiple products, HubSpot acquiring products. People, all these big SaaS are eating out and acquiring smaller SaaS products. Like Neil Patel, Uber Suggest acquired Answer the Public. The best example, recent example. Uber Suggest acquired Answer the Public. Now you'll see Neil Patel's face everywhere and Answer the Public. So these are the 3 exit strategies. You can keep it running as it is, keep on growing, launching an IPO, which is hard nowadays since it's recession time, and getting acquired. That's all. That's what the end game is. Nothing else, nothing fancy. So did you understand this SaaS business model, how it works? Getting monthly paying customers, getting the different stages in SaaS, pre-startup, startup, growth, and maturity. How people will get how you can, what need to focus on, etc. Did you understand that? Yes, perfect. IPO is basically initial public offering where you list your software is too big. For example, you list it as a stock in the stock market. That's a very basic way to tell what's an IPO. In stock market, you see Salesforce, you see Paytm, you see Facebook, etc. Right? So you can see your own SaaS over there in the stock market. People can trade. That's called going public or whatever it is. If it's clear, let's move on to SaaS marketing. The interesting part, I want you to pay attention to this because this is what's important to you. With SaaS marketing, the way you're going to start SaaS marketing, you're given a SaaS. How do you market it? The very first thing the founder or a marketer or anyone who thinks of is the activities part of things. It should go 1, 2, 3 like this. This first part, I want you to tell me. Hint, I'll give you a hint also. It was already discussed in this deck. So I'll give you a hint for that. So GTM strategy simply boils down to 3 simple things. GTM is go to market. So how do you go to market with your SaaS, right? Simple terms. First step, anyone, including me, you, everyone will think of is via, let's say, activities that you need to do. By activities, I mean sending cold emails, social media marketing, paid advertising, like FB ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, etc. SEO, content marketing, etc., etc. If I give you, let's say, let's do a thought exercise. If you have Buffer is a social media scheduling tool. If it's given to you, you're the marketing head of Buffer. Now tell me what you're going to do. You the very first thing you're going to think of is activities. Okay, social media tools. I need to be active on social media. Yes, I need to make posts on social media to create awareness about this tool. Yes, I need to do SEO. When people search for social media scheduling tool or something, or maybe if people search for how to schedule posts on Instagram, my tool, my blog should come in. You're thinking in terms of activities, right or wrong? Yes, you're thinking in terms of activities. But let me tell you, thinking in terms of activities, the very first thing is wrong. Yes. That's a big revelation. Thinking in terms of activities, the very first thing is wrong. Because you need to think of your value proposition before that. Make sense? You can be doing cold emailing. You can be doing social media marketing. You can be doing SEO, paid advertising, whatever it is. Different channels, different activities. But if you really don't know what value it is, what value your tool is giving out, the activities will go to waste, right? I've seen many SaaS founders, many marketers say, I've tried every single thing, every single trick in the book. I've tried Facebook ads, I've tried community, I've tried webinar, I've tried this. Nothing is working. The next question I ask them is, what is your value proposition? I want to look at your messaging. I want to look at the positioning, how you're positioning the product. The narrative you're putting forward in front of people. What is your exact manifesto? Manifesto is basically your value proposition, the messaging, the positioning, etc. All of this. How are you differentiating? Show why your product makes sense. Show how it solves the user's problem. Don't you think value proposition should be the very first thing a marketer should know? Tell me that. Before thinking of all the activities and etc. This is the very first question a marketer needs to ask. Yes, USP. Exactly. I'm glad you're with me on this. So, coming back, value proposition. I'm saying, even before the value proposition, you need to know the first thing. Now, you tell me, what is the first thing? You know the activities right now. For a good go-to-market strategy, you know the activities and you know the value proposition. But before all of this, who or I already gave an hint. What is it? The very first part. Tell me. I want to see if anyone guessed it. What is the missing part? Understanding the problem is basically comes under value proposition. Understanding problem is pre this thing. Hemendra is coming close. I'm happy. Hemendra is coming really, really close. Anybody else who can fill in the missing part? The hint is I've already discussed it. Yes, Renuka. Renuka, exactly. Renuka is the winner in this round. Yep. Target audience. Who is your customer? Whom are you selling to? Right? You can have the value proposition, everything, but who is your customer? If you don't know your customer, how can you provide value to him? Simple, right? If you don't know that guy, who is that unknown mystery guy? How will you provide value to him? How will you sell to him? You don't even know him. So the very first thing a SaaS marketer or a SaaS founder, or anyone who's dealing with SaaS needs to do is create something called as ICP or ideal customer profile. Make sense, guys? Yes. Does it make sense? Hemendra, yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, who is your ideal customer profile? So that is the missing piece. First thing you need to do if you go to a SaaS or anything is ask them who is your ideal customer. Any interview or anything they ask. You want to know who is their ideal customer that they're trying to target. Makes sense, right? If you ask this to the interviewer, they'll be like, wow, who's the ideal customer? If you ask them saying that, okay, can I have a look at your ICP or ideal customer profile if you have made any? The names are differ. They can call it buyer persona or anything. But in SaaS, we generally call it ideal customer profile. You need to know what are his goals, what are his challenges, what are his pain points, what are his possible objections. Because in SaaS, you also deal with sales as well. You need to sell him and make him feel happy that yes, they're getting immense value for $49 a month. Then what is his role in the purchase process? For bigger SaaS products, is what happens is like the marketing team needs it, but the marketing team doesn't have the budget to say, yeah, I want to buy your product. It's the CMO or maybe the CEO who gives the nod, right? So what is this guy? Is this guy an influencer who will influence the CEO to make the decision, or is this guy the decision maker? So what is the role in the purchase process means that his sources of information consumption is basically like as a marketer, so for example, if the SaaS is built for, let's say, social media managers, where does this social media manager guy get his information from? What newsletters he subscribe to? Does he listen to Gary Vee, or does he actually follow any blogs, any shows, any YouTube channels, any podcasts, and etc.? You list down everything. Creating an ideal customer profile is no joke. It takes a lot of time. You just can't create it in 1 hour. 1 hour, you can create a basic skeleton of it. But as soon as you talk to customers, as soon as you market, you'll start discovering things. So your customer profile also evolves, and more points keep on getting added. But initial skeleton should take no more than 1 hour. Yeah, initial skeleton, the basic stuff. But information keeps on coming. This will just keep on growing and getting much better, much better, much better. Occupation, job title, annual income, everything, so that you can sell him the perfect offering. If his income is less, why will he pay $2,000 for your SaaS, right? So that's basically ideal customer profile. 3 things you got to know. What is GTM? Go to market strategy. As a marketer, how can you take a SaaS to the market? First thing, ideal customer profile. Second thing, once you know the ideal customer profile, which is answering all these questions, don't worry, guys. I'll give you the link to the deck. You need not take screenshots or anything. You can take. It's fine. Your wish. So, how will you? First step, ideal customer profile. Second step, value proposition. How the differentiator, manifesto, messaging, positioning. How will you position it? How will you craft the marketing messages? How will you send those cold emails? How will you do that, etc. Why and how? Then comes the activities. If you know your ideal customer, if you know your value proposition, now you know what activities need to be done. I'll give you a real life SaaS example. In Vetrina Live, our target audience is small business owners. Now tell me, your small business owner is basically your Kirana shop guy. Now tell me, does Kirana shop guy use emails? And have you ever seen a Kirana shop guy opening a Gmail app on his phone? Just tell me that. Absolutely not. But our target audience is small business owners. How do I sell to them? We tried email marketing. It failed. Email marketing doesn't work for them. Now what? Now exactly what? What do we do? We go to different activities. One activity that comes is WhatsApp marketing. Every Kirana guy in India uses WhatsApp. Yes or no? Simple. WhatsApp marketing then. Makes sense, right? So that's why you need to know. You can't just go on with activities, start sending cold emails and etc. It won't work because you don't even know your customer. First, know your customer, value, then activities. Ideal customer profile, value proposition, the activities that you're going to do. That's the order you got to go with. Getting or not? Perfect. This is your basic funnel. If you're into digital marketing, you absolutely know what your funnel is. Basically, you plan the strategy and etc. The go-to-market strategy. That's the first step is where GTM comes in. Then you start then with your value and etc. You start doing ads, the activities and etc. You convert them, you close them. Maybe you get them on a workshop. Maybe you close them via a sales call, etc. etc. And this is where retention happens, where you delight with the customer support. These guys need support, right? They don't know how to use the product. They'll be like, sir, how do we add this product? Sir, how do we upload our product on our store and etc. They keep on asking doubts. Sir, how do we log in? I forgot my password. Right? So you gotta help them. If you don't help them, they'll abandon your platform. They'll start using something else, or maybe they won't even use it. That's what it is. This is your basic funnel. That's how it looks like. Same thing. SaaS marketing is nothing. It's just digital marketer doing for product marketing. The product marketing comes down to GTM, go-to-market strategy. And marketing doesn't end when you get the customer. It begins. This is what I told in August 2021. And that's why I didn't remove the date. It was on that time, August 25th, sorry, yeah. And I just kept it. You got to convert them into brand advocates. They should start telling more. So if I sign up one Kirana guy, that guy is really good. He loves my product. He'll start telling to his other Kirana guys. He'll start telling to his suppliers. He'll start telling to everybody else around him. So the businesses which are in the same lane, they'll start to know who are you. Then when you go sell those to those businesses, you're like, hey, this you can say, hey, this Kirana guy is using it. He loves it. You can ask him. They'll be like, oh, this Kirana guy is using it. I'll also use it. In bigger stuff, what happens is, okay, Ahrefs is your customer. Fine. Even we will use it like that. So that's why SaaS companies have this page called used by and used and trusted by these and these brands. You'll see those in SaaS landing pages, basically. So it's called social proof that this company guy is using it, my SaaS and etc. That's how you make them into brand advocates, what it is. Again, the sales funnel, it can be via emails, phone calls, social networks, referrals, whatever it is. You got to set up like a proper sales funnel to take in all those leads. The recent example is I reached out to Cred. It's via social media. It didn't work. I asked them if this offer is still there or something from their ad, and they didn't reply. They really didn't reply. And I didn't convert. I paid the bill via Paytm. So leads will go off if you don't have your initial sales funnel ready to get in those leads, to convert those leads and etc. You got to question every single thing of the process. So for Buffer and etc., you have some a bit of tech savvy audience, social media managers and etc. Right? If you're taking Buffer as a tool, so you can send them emails. Send them emails saying, hey, these are the newest hacks in social media. You should try it out. They'll open those emails. Then you can try via, next step is SEO and content marketing. If someone Googles how to schedule something, Buffer or something should come. Let me try it out in fact. How to schedule social media posts. Let me just Google it. This guy is running a Google ad, social media tool. I've never heard of this tool. Then Sprout Social is coming. They're doing good on SEO. Hootsuite is coming. Buffer is coming. Then Reporter, this is also another tool, I guess. Plannable is coming, etc., etc., etc. Videos are coming. Post Planner, I don't know, Social Pilot, different tools are coming. Now, as a guy, I'll explore 2, 3 tools and I'll choose the cheapest tool and etc. Whatever it works. So paid ads, PPC, we saw it live in action. SEO, we saw it live in action. Webinars is another cool way. Basically, you start teaching them something. Like how I'm teaching you something. For product also, since the product is the main thing that you're going to sell, webinars is also something you can actually do to impart knowledge to them. For example, as if I'm the marketing head at Buffer, the webinars I'm going to do is basically how to get more engagement out of your social media posts, how to grow your Instagram presence to 10,000 followers, how to get your first 10,000 followers. Isn't that a good webinar topic? How to schedule your content for 60 days in one day. Interesting topics, right? I'll create these kind of topics based on my ideal customer profile, not random topics that I'm talking to you. Simple. If it's a small business owner, he doesn't even know how to post an Instagram story. He's not even on Instagram. So the topic you tell him would be how to post an Instagram story, how to go live on Instagram or something like that, right? Topic changes based on ideal customer profile. That's why ideal customer profile, value proposition, and what else is the third one? What else is the third one? Tell me. What is a good example? Yes, Ravi, what is a good example? 3 steps of a go-to-market strategy. I want you to get it. First is ideal customer profile. Second is your this thing. Third is activities. Yes, second is value proposition. Third is activities. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Social media organic, buffer, as a social media management tool. My social media should be really good, right? People should start getting value. That's exactly what it is. Then community building is another great example. The way we grew Pitch Ground, the way we got millions of dollars is via community building. Simple. And right now, I'm also doing community building for a new SaaS, this Vetrina Live. For example, if I'm going to show you community. I'll show you a live example of what I'm doing. So since it's for small business owners, that's our target audience. I've included them in our messaging, in our title and etc. Grow your store, get more business, small business owners, small business, everywhere you'll find small business. And I've made a community, 100 members have joined in, they're getting a ton of value. I'm sharing holiday calendars for small businesses. I'm sharing Father's Day messages for small businesses. Every single thing will go on making for small business. How to make a small business travel strategy, free PDF. How to use LinkedIn for small businesses. How to find out a free webinar platforms for small businesses. How do you make a small business checklist? How do you bookkeeping for small businesses? Every single thing is about small businesses. The polls and every single thing. This is a live example of a community that is growing and it's really good. With Pitch John, I'll show you. 16,800 B2B SaaS members. Imagine how much powerful that is. These guys have super high spending power. 16,800 people. Wow. Even if 1,000 people are good, guys, don't go by the numbers. Numbers are just vanity. But even if you get 100, 200, 1,000 people who are highly, highly engaged, it's good. Even some of you are part of PitchGround community who are watching this webinar, like Nikhil and etc. Yeah, that's how big it is. Then conversion rate optimization is when you create landing pages for SaaS. You want to optimize it for conversions. Then growth hacking is via reaching out and doing all sorts of different things. I can create a different topic webinar on growth hacking altogether. Since we are 8 minutes now, podcasting, etc. There's different ways to grow, right? Different ways, whatever it is, you might find your niche. If it's a podcasting tool, like let's say I'm going to show you a different tool for podcasting. It's called Podcastle. You can definitely use it. Very nice, this thing. So conversion rate optimization would be, so this is the example I was giving in, used by, featured in, and etc. Before, if you remember. So conversion rate is basically adding this small hello this thing where take a look around. If you have questions, reply, making this into this color, button color, more than just button colors, guys. Listing out all the features, explaining it, tips, sharing tips, and etc. This is like a nice example for a basic SaaS page. I've seen much better SaaS pages like Help Scout. Amazing. Oh my God, people are running so many ads on it. But yeah, this is a very nice way. You see that they've scheduled social proof here, like G2 Crowd, best leader, this thing. View customer stories. They're sharing that, okay, successful customers who are using Help Scout to grow their business. They're showing, okay, more than these many businesses are using, they're growing their customers with Help Scout. They're showing the different features. They're making it very nice, as you can see. Increase productivity, doing stuff, all this testimonials, trying out Help Scout, trying to get at their email as possible, making it free rather than saying sign up or something. Make it say try for free. So that's CRO basically. Yeah. So coming to the newest growth hacks, challenge funnels is one thing you might have seen. I'll quickly cover it. Challenge funnels is basically your click funnel saying that build your very first funnel. We're going to walk you through, create a course, and etc. That is your challenge funnels. You can use challenge funnels for different tools. Another example is landing page builder. Challenge funnels would be to build your landing page from scratch. I've done it actually. Exactly. Build your landing page from scratch. One of the best challenge funnels I've ever run. Really. Live example. LinkedIn prospecting. Go to LinkedIn, send a message. Hi, I'm from this thing, getting sales. That is spam. Stop that. LinkedIn prospecting, the newest way to do LinkedIn prospecting is finding your target customers, sending them a message, asking them if they want a free PDF or something, giving them value beforehand, before asking for the sale. And once they get value with that PDF or something, you can add them into community, you can do stuff. And then they'll see that, oh, this brand is a trustworthy brand that is actually posting content, actually is trying to help me out, actually has already helped me out even before me paying any single penny. You can do it all day, every day on LinkedIn. You'll find so many customers, depending on the SaaS, guys, depending on SaaS, depending on ICP. Vanity marketing is really simple again. The best example of vanity marketing is podcast. Basically, depending on your ICP, you can take your top 100 dream customers. You can invite your customer or prospect as a guest on your podcast. Simple, right? Invite your customer as a guest. Let him share his journey. Let him share his stuff on your podcast. That is basically vanity marketing. So the last part, almost 4 minutes remaining. I'm glad we are on time. This is 1 hour. Done. We should always end it on time. So because your time is important, my time is important. How can you grow? The very first thing right now is to have a resume, really good resume with stuff. Everyone knows to have a resume. The second thing that you got to have after resume is testimonials and referrals. If you have testimonials and referrals, you will get hired much better. The third stuff that you got to have after testimonials and resume is proof of work. What work have you done before? If you're a social media marketer, show me your previous social media marketing post that you've created. Show me your previous growth, how you, etc. Show me that work. The next thing, which is a step above proof of work, is case studies. If you go on the interview, and if you tell the interviewer, I grew this brand to this many customers, I grew this brand to this many customers, and never say I grew, never say I did, never ever say that when you're working in a company. Because when you're working in a company, it's we, it's always we, not I. Remember that. I personally know founders who will see this as attitude. They'll reject you. No matter how much, no matter if you grow a SaaS to $1 million, they'll reject you saying that, hey, this guy is not a team player. So always say we. So that's what it is. Have a resume, clean and clear resume that is this ATS friendly, applicant tracking system friendly. Then you need to have proof of work, which is a Google Drive or portfolio or anything of links. Make sure the Google Drive link is shareable. You can have it on your own website also, wherever you want to do it. Just a nice place to show your work. So after proof of work, it is case studies, craft case study PDFs and etc. So that you can show it and talk about growth. These are the three things you need to have, and that's exactly where you start getting hired as a social media, as a SaaS marketer. As a SaaS marketer, if you're an SEO guy, you can do SEO for SaaS. If you're a paid ads guy, you can do paid ads for SaaS. You can do social media. If you're a social media guy, social media for SaaS. Content writer, B2B content writer for SaaS or anything. You'll find many people on LinkedIn if you just search the term. If you're a landing page optimization expert, you can do it for SaaS. If you are a CRO expert, if you are an email marketing expert, if you are a WhatsApp marketing expert, whatever it is, you can do it for SaaS if you find the ideal SaaS company. Even if you are a customer success guy, customer support guy, you can do it for SaaS. Me, on the other hand, SaaS companies invite me to just sell their products in webinars. You won't imagine that. Many people do it. Many SaaS companies, many groups, communities, they have invited me to sell their product in the webinar. That's all it is. Opportunities are endless. Many SaaS companies are actively hiring every single day. The market is growing. All you need is a successful, a person who knows what he's doing. The first step is via an internship or via basic. If not internship, you join in via a basic executive role. And then you slowly understand, okay, what is this GTM stuff? Who is their target audience? How do I optimize for more SEO? How do I make it friendly, etc., etc.? You'll start understanding all of it. SaaS marketing is relatively new. No one explains about GTM, talks about it, etc. I learned it when I got into SaaS marketing. I didn't even know what was a SaaS in 2018ish when I joined my previous company, PitchGround. I didn't even know what was SaaS. I was good in social media. I got into it. I learned, and now I'm teaching you this. I hope you got value. So this is my presentation exactly at 8 p.m. That's the timing. I'm so happy. And if you go to saasmarketer.xyz, it's empty right now. Nothing is there. I'm building the site for upcoming SaaS marketers because I want people to know what is GTM. I want people to know. Want people to learn from real life case studies on how I built the challenge fund. I want to share that stuff. On how I grew a community. We. See the mistake. I comes off really, really nicely, but it's we. How we built a community, how we actually grew stuff, how we actually sold products, how we discovered that email marketing is not the right channel. Imagine all of this is golden information. How we grew our SEO, etc., etc. That's why I'm building saasmarketer.xyz coming soon. You can go to linkmanager./SaaS to get this deck. It'll be there. And Link Manager is also a SaaS that we personally helped to launch and get them to market. That's all it is. So I'm going to stop my screen share, and I hope this was valuable to you. I'm going to invite Santesh back on stage, and I'm going to look at this thing.
So, Meenak, it was such a beautiful
I really
session.
hope it was good. Yeah. CRO is basically conversion rate optimization. I was seeing questions. Yeah. How to start a SaaS? The way to start a SaaS is really, really simple. You can use no-code tools like Bubble, $150 a month. You can use no-code tools like Glide and build your own SaaS without any coding. Or you can hire a developer if you have money. Or you can partner with your developer friend and make him your co-founder and start building, That's how you build a SaaS. There's no more secret this thing. All these SaaS are built in your background garage in rooms like this. Yeah. So, no sound. I hope you can hear myself.
I guess Yes, yes. I guess it is an
Okay,
issue on
okay.
this side.
It says, oh, thank you for sharing my LinkedIn profile. Please connect with me there. I have actually not shared. I share a lot of stuff on LinkedIn for free. I have nothing to sell to you, by the way. No course, no this thing, etc. But I just want to provide my this thing for free. I realize that fine. What's there in a course? People, Kallada Academy is already doing a good job giving you digital marketing courses and etc. So yeah, I just want to share my stuff and document journey for free. That's what it is. I can see a LinkedIn profile. Please share. Santej will share it. And yeah, if you want to get the PPTs, basically link mn.gr/sas. This is this thing. I've shared the link down there for everyone to take note of it. Take note of it. Go through it again. And if you're joining a SaaS company, which are plenty nowadays, plenty. You can go to a Facebook group of SaaS founders. I realized that they're hiring. You can work, many people want part time guys also for SaaS. They're like, you just do sales for us. Every sale you do, we'll get you a commission. Many people are doing blogs, many people are doing Facebook groups. A lot of things are going on in SaaS. I'm personally looking at the commission based model because I personally want to get involved, get hands dirty, do all this stuff. But yeah, so software equals SaaS. Nothing different, nothing so big, nothing alien about it. Software is SaaS. You can call it SaaS, you can call it software, etc. If I sell software of another company, it's SaaS. You're basically selling a software. That's it. You're an affiliate. You can call yourself as an affiliate. You can call yourself as a partner, depending on what kind of relationship you have with them. You can also take a SaaS product software and you can talk with the founder and can be like, I'm going to publish my name on it. I'm going to do something called white labeling on it, where the product is all yours. I'm going to pay you $500 every single month, but it'll be on my domain, my name, and etc. Different ways of partnership, guys. Different ways of partnership. But since you're all are just starting out, I recommend starting out as a digital marketer in a SaaS organization, SaaS company. That's when you'll actually discover, okay, affiliates, okay, this vanity marketing, okay, this new way to get people, etc. Yep, that's what it is. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? I want to bring your questions in. If you have no more questions, I'm happy. If you have questions, I'm even more happy. No issue on that. I'm happy to answer all your questions. I'm only going to go away once I'm answer all your questions. That's what this is. And even if you get any question later on, like, okay, I forgot to ask Minang this thing, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I maintain zero inbox on Gmail, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. It's inbox zero for me. So yeah, I'll definitely my main priority would be to clear your doubt. That's what it is. So Venkatesh says, thank you so much for all the lovely feedback. Santesh, please tell me, how is it now?
So, guys, I guess there is no more queries. First of all, this is one of the best sessions we
Wow.
had at Kallada Academy. I really loved this, and I'm sure that everyone here loved this session. And
Go on Twitter.
I
Another way to
guess
find a job
that's
is
it.
go on Twitter, search for hashtag SaaS. Go on LinkedIn, search for hashtag SaaS. Get in touch with these SaaS founders. And many of these SaaS founders are more than happy to give you their SaaS for free in exchange for giving them feedback. You know, that's what it is. For example, I get many SaaS founders hitting my inbox asking for, can you beta test us? Can you be in our beta test? Can you go through the SaaS and tell me what's going on? Where can I improve? Is it landing page? Is it conversion? Is it etc.? All sorts of stuff. And what I just told you guys is just the cream, upper stuff of SaaS marketing. You can go deep into GTM. You can go deep into ideal customer profile. You can go deep into the different activities. You can go deep into the crafting a value proposition. You can do lot of stuff, lot of stuff. You can go deep into customer success, different part of SaaS. You can go deep into every single minutest aspect. I just told you the basics, upper part of it. That's what it is. So, lot of things that you're going to learn, lot of things you will learn once you get into a SaaS this thing. We cannot all cover it in 1 hour session. It'll take few days. I can just keep on talking SaaS, etc. That's what it is. So yeah, community right now is my favorite way. That's what I do. Community is way. I've done. We have done a lot of things with community. Community is always a shared experience, sharing value, making sure that everyone grows, not just your company, but everyone inside the community is growing. That's basically what community in a nutshell is. Yeah, that's what it is. Nice session.
Perfect, perfect. So, guys, I have just posted Meaning's profile, LinkedIn profile once more in the chat. So, yeah, you can reach out to him. He posts some excellent content. And I have one more request to you. Like, I'm just conducting a small poll. So, all of you should see a pop up. I just want you to let us know how
Be
was today's
honest.
session. It would really help us.
Be really honest.
Yes, the feedbacks are really great.
Wow.
It looks really great. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting us know. And once again, Meenan, thank you very much for
Thank
this
you so
session.
much, Sandesh.
I would love to have you for another sessions.
I'd love to be there. I'd love to be there. Always about sharing my knowledge. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, perfect. So yes, I guess no more questions are there. So I think we can end the session. Yeah. Thank you, Meenak, and thank you guys for your time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.